been a few days since I edited this video together, so hopefully I kind of remember what pictures I have. Yeah, it was kind of like off and on raining during this period, so there's some pictures of like clouds and stuff, and then some days when it was too rainy outside I did some interior shots. Yeah, there were actually some really cool clouds yesterday, I think, but I got home a little too late. We visited our old town that we lived in for a while. We really love that town, and it's like such a beautiful place. So I didn't have my camera when we were there, so I didn't take pictures of the sunset on the clouds as we were driving through the hills or whatever. But they were really pretty. There's actually a bunch of photos from the town that we used to live in from the first time that I did the taking a photo every day. And going back into town, I was like, all of my old destinations for photography related stuff. But anyway, because it's now springtime, there's like a bunch of these tiny little flowers, and they're so cute. I love them so much, and they're just popping up all over in the yard, in the grass and everything. And I came home one day to find that like the grass in the front yard had been cut, but I didn't really notice at first because they specifically left the little flower clusters, because apparently Matt told our landlord that I really like those flowers, and so the people who cut the front lawn were advised about that, which makes me sound like kind of a crazy person, like Bridezilla type, I guess. Like, I would just like start yelling and screaming if I saw that the flowers had been cut. But I was really happy that they hadn't been, and then I could take a bunch of pictures of them because they're super cute and super tiny. And I didn't actually learn about the ones that I took pictures of this week like I did last week, so I don't have that much exciting plant content to talk about. Although I did hear that the yellow ones, that I guess they're kind of in this shot right here in the foreground, are an invasive species. That's kind of all that I know about them. I think I could find the names of a lot of these pretty easily, doing some basic searches, I guess. So in the background, Matt and I are eating some pupusas with our dog. Oh gosh, I love spiders. There's these spiders in the front lawn that just, like in the sun, they're just scurrying around all the time. And there's a lot of them. If you just sit and watch the ground, they'll just pop up. I tracked this plane, and this was like one of the only pictures that was actually okay. We live under like a flight path, so sometimes there's planes passing by. So yeah, we like to make the pupusas kind of a tradition. It used to be like pupusa Sunday or pupusa Saturday, where we'd get a few pupusas and have them for dinner. I think this was after work, because I'm wearing like what I would wear to work. I think we just decided to get some before coming home and eat them in the backyard because it was a sunny day. You know, this is my cat. He hasn't been in like any of the photography videos because he's not like outside in the sun acting cute. He's not usually in good lighting. So anyway. Oh, I also juiced some oranges, or I guess they were grapefruits. I don't know. My parents dropped them off at my house, and I forgot about them for a long time. And then I was like, oh my god, I have to do something with these. And so I made orange cookies. This is related too. I've been doodling a bunch of fruits and veggies to put in like a family recipe book. So I've been compiling a bunch of little fruit and veggie doodles, which I have to work on more. And we got this kitchen island. We like pulled one over on the industry. Did I already talk about this? Anyway, we put in a tool chest as our kitchen island. I feel like I might have talked about this already. I hope not. Here's my button jar. They're pretty cute. I'm working on it. I'm working on that big old, like, Planters peanut button jar. Or, like, Vlasic pickle big old boy button jar. Here are some of my books. I also have a Bookstagram page that I've been really inactive on because I don't know, I'm just not into that right now. Which I feel bad because I love reading and stuff, but I don't know, I haven't been able to concentrate that much on reading recently. I think the weather being kind of nice some of the time makes me more inclined to that kind of activity. And the other problem is I have taken a lot of pictures of books that are kind of like low-hanging fruit because I put them with props that are related to the books. But I've used a lot of the ones that I've already read and that are like books that have props that I have associated with them, I guess. So the ones that I have left, I'm like, I don't know what to put with this book, or I haven't read it yet and I don't want to put books that I haven't read yet. So I need to be faster at reading, basically, and have more props. That's the solution to all my problems. I also rent most of my books, so I don't own a lot of the books that I've read, which I wish. But it does seem kind of wasteful, especially if I, like, kind of didn't like it that much. I'm not going to buy it just because I've read it. I also feel like I said something about this before, but maybe it was just on Instagram. So I think Clover is allergic to something in the grass or the grass itself because her eyes are all gross and boogery and she sneezes all the time. She's all itchy. She had a rash. So we have like a spray and we now like wipe her down every time she comes back inside the house with like a warm washcloth. So that's a new development that we've been dealing with. I basically forgot to sign off. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm gonna keep it up, hopefully. Alright, bye.